Girl.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again, after an unfortunate hiatus, to Curse of Strahda, Terra. I am your Dungeon Master for the evening, Jonathan. These are the Forget-Me-Nots. Almost forgot who we were again. It's been a month. Sorry about that.
That's the whole thing!
We specifically said forget me not.
And you forgot us.
The
Disrespect.
I've got nothing. It's been a long month. Anyway, last time on Curse of Strahda, Terra.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, bye, David.
Notes.
Are we still on the starting soon?
No.
No. Last time, the party, after having taken...
You sure, bestie? Check really quick.
Oh my lord.
I mean, I'm looking. It should be fine.
I think it's you, Jess.
Okay, anyways.
The party took baths in very different ways. Some of them took a bath, some of them almost drowned. But half of the party making their way up to the Abbey of St. Markovia, the other half staying behind to send a message and then catch them up later. The first half of the group met the Bellevues, a group of monster hunters, for lack of a better term, who make the Abbey their home. After a very brief discussion where they were threatened with lots of crossbows, the Abbey came under attack by fiends, monsters, which the party had to help fight off, avoid being thrown off of a cliff, which, they did get thrown off the cliff, but were caught by the other half of the party coming up the hill to rejoin them. Thankfully, nobody died or was significantly injured. At least not anything that could not be fixed. The party then had a discussion with the Bellevues about all the fucky-wucky shit going on in Barovia, including this apparently very regular monster invasions to the Abbey specifically. There was an attempt made to convince them to join the Bellevues, but at the end of it, they did agree to help in some way, though they left the specifics for a later time in the evening as everyone needed to get set up. Pardon me, that was a sneeze. Muted
Gross.
just in time. You're gross.
Bless.
The party discussing back in a room that the Bellevues lent them. They were about to begin to talk about their plan going forward when somebody happened to let loose with a little secret that somebody did a little blood-sucking of somebody else. And Ireena was surprised, and that's where we ended.
To be fair, I didn't say who it was. What I said
Who else?
was I had a big meal earlier.
Mm-hmm. And who else have you been with?
I mean, kind of all of us.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's where we're going to jump in. At the Abbey of St. Markovia. Ireena is looking at Ashai and Raena, her eyes kind of flicking back and forth between the two of them, with a look of what could only be described as betrayal on her face. What are you all doing?
Chance is gonna exit stage left out of this awkwardness. and go explore.
Exit stage left, pursued by Bear.
So are we we're still being escorted by the Bellevues? Are
No,
we
you
been
are
inside
in essentially what looks like an old barracks or possibly a
Yeah, they led us to our quarters.
Yeah. Nothing particularly fancy. It's just a bunch of bunk beds that was used by whoever the Abbey's original denizens were, probably nuns and the such, but now is not quite abandoned, but certainly not in regular use.
So are we actually in the main abbey, or are we in the barracks that are like?
You are in the northern building.
Oh, Chance, are you going exploring? I'll come with you.
All right, let's go. I'll grab her hand and we'll leave.
I would love to examine
Exit
the remaining.
stage
I would love to examine the remaining religious sites in this abbey and see how they have developed over time. Bye.
That's great. Bye. Leave.
Raina's gonna watch them leave, and then Ashai is still there, right?
Yep.
She has not slithered out yet,
Not
like a fucking
yet.
rat,
Not
like a
yet.
fucking snake.
She has
have a rat
just
in the
stopped in her
Sorry, I meant snake.
place and
How about Aster? What's
is
Aster
just not doing anything.
I don't know what Aster's doing.
doing? Just
Raina-
kind of frozen in place in the corner.
Yeah, kind of, actually.
Should have grabbed his little.
I was like,
paw.
we should grab Aster. Can we sneak back in and just grab him?
Hey, Aster, you like exploring old places too? You want to come?
Yeah, sure. I can go do that.
Or grab
Um,
his paw.
Okay.
We've left Prospero with them. Prospero can just watch all this
You can-
happen.
Can mediate if and when he gets here.
Yeah.
Great.
Aster would not have made that situation better.
Not at all.
Mm.
I will.
Raina is now going to feel the awkwardness of the room since it's only the three of them standing in it at this
will
point, and I guess
leave you two to talk.
fucking
No,
Just
no, I think you should stay.
Ireena, is there any way I can talk to you privately? Raina's gonna kind of hold herself, and usually when she's upset with someone, she like throws daggers at her through her eyes at them, but she just sheepishly looks at Ashai and then back at Ireena and like kind of crosses her arms in front of herself and holds herself.
I you know, I've been on the receiving end of that before, right? I know what it feels like.
Ireena, I did not consent to it. And she points her eyes to the ground.
Are you lying to me?
She shakes her head.
Looks at Ashai. Is she lying to me?
no.
I'll let you make either a deception or a diplomacy check, depending on which you think is.
It's not
more-
deception.
I'm just this. Make me the check,
Me or her or both.
both of you, whichever you think is more appropriate in this moment. And secret, please.
Mhm.
I just like saying deception or diplomacy, just so nobody else knows what it is you're doing. You know, I trust you to make the decision that makes sense for your character.
I'll have you know, I made diplomacy even though I'm better in deception because she's really not lying.
It's ruined
Um,
at all.
She walks over to Ashai, looks you like dead in the eyes, smacks you across the face. How dare you?
Ashai just takes it.
She walks over to Raena and grabs you by the sleeve and takes you into another room.
She goes willingly.
Leaving Ashai alone in the room. What does Ashai do?
Ooey. I leave the room.
I'd like to make a note that Raena flinched when Ireena slapped Ashai.
Ashai goes to presumably find the rest of the party or go on her own wanderings. Meanwhile, Ireena and Raena have Ireena has basically dragged Raena into another room. As much as her more diminutive frame is capable of doing so. Into what looks like a very old office, for lack of a better term. Maybe like where the old abbot had his office where he went over documents and things. You can see this has not really been touched. It's clearly not like covered in cobwebs, but only like the decorative amount of cleaning has been done in here. It otherwise looks fairly empty. And Ireena turns around at Raena and then throws her arms around you.
She's gonna throw her arms around Ireena as well and really lean into the hug and then pull apart from her and be like,
Are you alright?
I need to tell you everything that happened.
If you want.
We went running and then we went to the bathhouse afterwards. And in the bathhouse, we were having a pleasant conversation until she started to get closer and she seduced me. And I don't know what I said or what I did, but that's when she attacked me.
She kind of like looks you over, pulls the scarf away from your neck to look at the bite marks. Gonna have her make a check here real quick.
Did
You
you
know.
just lie?
No, nothing I said was a lie.
That was all
Everything I just
correct.
said was truthful. There was not one time that Raena touched Ashai during that entire...
Attack is a strong word.
No, it's not! She literally attacked Raena!
She just kind of like looks it over, and you know they are very clearly vampire bite marks. Although there does not really a lot of other. There's no other kind of bruising on you or anything, and you don't, you know. But she just kind of rubs her fingers over it, and then just kind of lowers her eyes to the ground and says, "Sorry for doubting you. Just caught me by surprise.
I apologize for putting myself in that situation in the first place.
No, it's not. It's not your fault."
I won't lie. After she was turned, her and I made a deal that if she was to ever get hungry, she could use me. This was before you and I started getting serious, but it was mostly because I wanted to protect the group. I know that I can handle a vampire bite more than anyone else.
All right. All right. She just kind of looks at you deep in your eyes, like still. Not necessarily that she doesn't believe you or anything, but she's maybe a little paranoid. You could tell. But nothing that you've said has been a lie outright.
Raina's gonna take her by her shoulders after seeing like that she's still a little bit uneasy, and like look her in her eyes and be like, "Hey, please. I can't put into words how much you mean to me, Ireena. You make me feel like I have a home again, and I can't lose that. I apologize. I apologize for putting myself in that situation, or even letting her seduce me."
I wasn't lying when I said that I know what it feels like. And not just the biting. I can't blame you for being seduced by a vampire, regardless of whether you were with someone else or not. We will have to figure out a different way for Ashai to take care of her urges, I suppose.
I suppose.
You were just trying to help everyone, and I can accept that.
Are you alright?
I'm very mad at Ashai right now, and I'm not very used to being this angry, but well, here we are, I guess.
I am gonna have a chat with her later. I just want you to know that, because I don't understand what I'm feeling right now, but I feel a bit afraid of her. Perhaps is the word.
Well, we are in probably the best place to be if things go south there. We still don't really know anything about what has happened to her other than Strahda turned her. We don't know what that means. We don't know what kind of connection there is.
Yeah.
And you sure you're alright? That you're not...
I will be alright. As long as I have you by my side.
I meant physically, like...
Yes, Clara healed me.
Okay. She just gives you another quick hug and a kiss on the cheek before saying, I guess we should go find everyone else and let them know that no murders will be happening today, so...
Only the ones you're planning in your head, I assume.
I have contingency plans in mind, but no murders.
Alright, let's go.
The two of you leave and go to find everyone else. So everyone else besides Ashai, you guys are wandering. Are you looking for anything in particular? Were you just trying to get away from the room, or are you actually looking for stuff?
They're actually
Right?
probably exploring.
Yeah, trying to get away from the room, and while they have the opportunity to just walk around, look around for a little bit, Clara does want to see what she can discover. Is there anything of the original Abbey? Any places that seem they've been less touched by the militant? aspect of this place.
I mean, the fact that this place is not, essentially hallowed ground is weird.
Yes.
Poor Aster's probably just being drug around by this.
I mean, I'm holding his hand at this point because I think he just likes holding hands, and Clara likes holding hands, and we're just buddies.
Like, maybe we could go to the main abbey, like the main
Buddies.
area?
It is true.
There's
Makes
also the
Did it work? Seems to be working.
yay technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
So, you all are wandering.
Heading downstairs to explore first level.
Okay. In that case, what you find downstairs is a number of rooms. They all seem to be, at least the ones that you take a quick look into, an armory. One of the rooms has weapons on racks. One of them seems to be like a small alchemist's laboratory, just looking through the door, with like rows of potions and things. One of them seems to be a small, it's not quite a forge, but it's clearly meant for like maintenance of weapons. I will say, in this area, Clara, you don't really find anything that hasn't been converted in some way.
How many doors are there for this area?
8.
I want to look in all 8. Might as well. We're here.
The 4 on the right side of the hallway, as like you go downstairs, there's a long hallway that stretches the length of the building. All the ones on the eastern side are locked. The ones on the left side is where you saw the armory, the alchemy room, the forge, and the fourth one seems to be what else? I've forgotten. I don't have it up here. In the same vein, actually, it seems to be like a small, not even really a chapel. There's just like a room with an altar in it that has an amulet of the Morning Lord, and a small bit of incense in one of the corners.
Okay. The other 4?
They are locked.
Try to open one.
Okay. Make me a trickery check if no one's going to stop her.
Trickery, thievery or like
Thievery,
what is
sorry.
that? Sorry.
Trickery, sir.
Trickery.
Trick or treat.
Private or public?
This can be public. It's fine.
Nope. Definitely not.
Yeah. 1 second.
The whole curiosity killed the cat thing might actually happen.
You know how it is. They say satisfaction brought it back, but well, we'll see how well that goes.
I mean, I'm down to at least 8 lives, maybe 7. I'm not sure. Yeah, probably 7. I think the Reformation Center took at least 1.
Did I have one up here? I think I did. No. That's not what I need. Website. I want to make a joke about D&D Beyond here, but Pathfinder.
It's D&D. Beyond.
We're gonna jump real quick to Ashai here. Ashai, what are you doing?
Looking for people who live here. Who somebody who was fighting before, I guess. Were we fighting with them? Were they somewhere else?
They were like
so
on the
long.
outside. You weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't really
yet.
there. Somebody who looks like they fight.
You one of the Bellevues.
Sure. Yes.
Roll me a d8.
That's a D10. Hold on.
Do you play D&D?
It's been a month.
Sorry, what was it?
2.
2. Okay. You see, the first time you're really, well, not the first time. You obviously met them in the hall, but everyone else saw him be a real badass earlier. This more heavy set, one of the Bellevues with like a buzz cut, heavy armor, and a flail at his side, who you would recognize as Cloven Bellevue. You find him in the yard, essentially. He is swinging his flail at a target dummy at the moment.
Ashai does not announce herself. She just walks up to him.
He doesn't look away from what he's doing and just says, "Can I help you?"
Do you all keep information about killing vampires? Or anything you know about them?
We might. Why do you want to know?
So I can kill vampires.
He takes a really heavy swing with the flail, and you just see the head of the target dummy just go like cracks off of the rest of the dummy and goes flying halfway across the yard. And he kind of like takes the rotation to turn around and face you, and just like looks you up and down and says, "Sure, why not?" And starts heading back the way you came.
I will follow him.
He walks into the hallway of the first room just in time for the trap that Chance triggered to go off. I need you
Of course.
to make a reflex save.
Me?
No, Chance.
Okay.
Public or private?
Public,
Okay.
because you're about to take some damage.
Yeah, I figured. Oh my god, I can't do anything.
That is definitely a failure. And you take
Oof. Ouch.
17 electric damage. 17 electricity damage as so you see like a rune flare, and then you just see like there's like a split second in your mind of like, oh no, as you see electricity arc down your thieves' tools into your arm, and
My hair is just. Everything is poofy.
and you all turn and see Cloven Bellevue along with Ashai.
What are
Cloven,
you doing?
I don't know. I just touched it. Ow.
Shouldn't we have learned by now that
No.
the locked doors are locked for a reason?
Cloven's just kind of like looking at you all with a bemused expression on his face.
Just like trying to make my fur go down. It's all.
He doesn't even say anything, just walks past you, pulls a key chain from his pocket, inserts a key into it, and unlocks the door, and opens it. Inside is a room with bookshelves, with a number of books on them. Some of them look very properly bound. Others look like journals with like leaflets and loose pages sticking out of them. And he just like walks up to it and just pulls one off. And you can see on it is in handwritten on the front that just says on vampires.
Clara has kind of followed him into the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow in too, kind of behind everybody.
Aster has like darted to like all the bookshelves and it's like,
I wouldn't touch them.
Oh, right.
Are
May
they-
I please read a book, please?
What do you want to read?
I don't know. There's so much stuff.
Is
What
this
about
the
some of
only one you
stuff we're
have?
trying-
It is the most comprehensive.
Thank you.
Are there like names of what they are on the side of like their spines?
There are names of each one seems to be about a specific kind of monster, and each one of them is thusly labeled. There's ones about vampires. There's zombies. There's ghasts and ghouls. Jiangshi. There's even some that are probably a lot more not native or common to a place like Barovia. There's one about gnolls. One mentions kobolds. One even mentions dragons.
Is there a book about undead akin to Prospero?
If you're looking for one specifically, I would say make a perception check. And Ashai, you were talking to Colvin. Sorry.
I was just gonna grab the book from him and say thank you and go sit somewhere and read it.
He pulls it away from you as you try to like snatch it from him.
Gently, it was
and-
not snatching.
Well, he just kind of like, he doesn't do the like dangling it over your head thing because he's taller than you, but he just like pulls it back and just says, why such an interest in vampires?
Why have interest in anything? We are facing vampires. I would like them to die.
I just generally find that when someone is looking for something particular, there is a reason for it. I'll believe you if you say that it's just to kill the vampires facing you right now. And puts it out towards you again. For you to grab. Lets it go. Aster, you take a look around. There's plenty of books about different various kinds of undead. You're not certain exactly what Prospero is specifically, so you're having a hard time trying to like pin it down exactly what to look for. I'll say you find like a book about general undead that tells a lot of things that you maybe already knew from your esoteric lore, but possibly some things that you don't. I'll say with it, make me a would probably be an occultism or religion check, or I guess for you, you could make an esoteric lore check.
Esoteric lore check. Okay, cool.
What about Clara and Chance? What do you do?
Are all of these books just kind of monster manuals, creature information?
All the ones that you see in this room seem to be like specific dossiers on individual kinds of monsters.
Are any of them named like directly? Speaking of Prospero.
It's alive!
Oh god. I mean, they're not names, but they are like named by specific types of creatures, like gnolls or ghasts or ghouls. There's not one about Prospero.
It's not for
There's
you.
not one about Countess Strahda.
Oh, don't step on the keyboard.
Chance will go up to what is his name again? Sorry, which Bellevue is it?
Cloven.
Cloven. Are all of these 4 doors similar in like books and information?
Yes, although some of them are a bit more temperamental. These ones, I'm sure, will be more than enough for you at the moment. If you're...
The books are temperamental, or the subject?
He just kind of gives a rakish grin and doesn't answer.
Interesting.
Aster, you take a look through it. By the way, welcome, Prospero. We are currently... the infidelity has been dealt with, and everybody is wandering. I would say this is probably also about the time that Raena and Ireena, if you guys are looking for the party specifically, you find them about now. And Prospero can have been tagging along with the group as well. They found some rooms on the bottom floor that had one was an armory, one had a bunch of alchemical tools, one was a small shrine, and one was a small forge. And the party is now in a room filled with books that all seem to be about monsters and various ways to kill them and what they can do.
And they're trapped. Don't touch them.
Clara will look to Cloven and ask, I don't mean to be any trouble, but do you perhaps have any resources on healing or recovery in the Abbey?
Most of the healing that we do here is alchemical in nature. I take it you are more of a divinely oriented individual.
I am, but I know how to work practically when the need calls for it.
We'll see what we can find. Aster, you take a look through the book of Undead, and with what you know about Prospero and what you know about other kinds of undead that you've come across so far, one seems to stick out to you as very similar to Prospero's shtick. An undead that constantly rises from the dead and their re-death time and time again, beyond what you would expect for normal undead, but not so... Nothing as significant as like a lich or a mummy. What you think... The thing that sticks out to you most is a type of undead called a revenant, which is an undead that will forever raise from their death so long as they have unfinished business, some kind of revenge that they feel the urge to take care of before they can truly pass on.
Sorry, I'm writing this down. Okay. That... Do I, with the roll that I got, do I find that, like, are there ways for them to, like, not come back without? Like, do they have to resolve their stuff in order for them to stop coming back? Or are there, like, other ways that can happen?
I would say the book that you picked up is just like a general undead guide, so it doesn't go into specifics about revenants. It just mentions that revenants are undead stalkers who arise from their own murders and are driven by revenge against their killers. It's just kind of an appendix more than anything, so you would have to go looking for information about Revenant specifically.
Or-
So again, if there's anywhere to do that, it would be here.
Okay. I'm gonna look for more stuff, but like if we have time. So
Clara, you were looking for healing stuff.
Yes. Who was the alchemist of the Bellevues?
That would be looked like Siegfried, possibly.
Zig what?
Siegfried. She was she had long hair that kind of fell in front of her face. Didn't look like a fighter in any way.
If she's available anywhere, if we're just taking a minute to... Well, I feel like the vibe at the moment is just take a bit, see what we can research, and we'll come up with a plan a little later.
Okay, that's fair.
I
So you're gonna go looking for Siegfried, or?
mean, the alchemy lab is right next door. I'll peek
It
in
is.
and see if she's there.
Okay. Ireena and Raena, you pop down and you you can be here, if you would like to be Prospero. Ireena and Raena, you guys can find the party here. I don't know if you were thinking of doing anything particular when you found them. You see Ashai in one corner of this room reading a book about vampires.
Okay.
Well, I guess they're not monsters.
Everyone's here though, not just Ashai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's
here.
along
just
with
Kind of
12
just
clarifying.
clarified.
Cool.
While it's not monsters per se, is there anything on the druids and the Fane and everything?
Not in this room.
Mm.
You can see some dossiers about like assassin vines, but nothing about the forest folk in particular.
Okay.
Sorry, we interrupted you, Raena.
Oh, no, it's fine. She was just gonna walk in and be like, so, are we doing a little research project? What's going on?
Well, chances
Slay! And then she walks away!
Chances of Fluffball still in a corner.
Yeah, you do see Chance's hair is just sticking on end.
Does
Ireena,
nobody want to talk to me? We're all just gonna ignore Raena.
Aster is, he's
We're
deep in the book.
they're all
distracted.
hyper focusing.
Yes.
Ireena just looks over where Ashai is sitting, sees the book you're reading, just like glares daggers at you, and then turns away.
I would say even Prospero is actually buried in a book also.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking for any kind
I can
of
read.
monster? You can read. Alternate can read.
I was the captain of a ship, of course I read. But what the book that he's reading, he's actually looking for something that I think we're all looking for, and that is some it's a self-help book effectively that he's reading. He's
Well,
just
this
reading
whole
like
thing's like, where did you get
True
that?
monster.
We don't even
Therapy.
have one of those in this. Okay.
hunting your inner demons, the most challenging demons you will ever hunt.
That's
Written by Percival von
Van Muso!
He just, like,
What?
that's
Written by Muso Klasowski to Roller the Third?
very
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
that is supposed to be in one of the other rooms, but you can finish it now. It's fine.
It's actually helping a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Are you even more drunk than you were earlier?
No, I'm also choking back tears, but the thing is, unfortunately,
No
Cheer-
tear ducts.
they're coagulated, so they're
Disgusting.
kind of I
Everyone good, fam?
I accidentally just put my second conspiracy board in the Lance chat instead.
Love it.
of the Curse of Strahd chat, so they get to see my second conspiracy board, which is themed around the power of love, which is fun.
Oh, we do love the power of love.
You all also get to see it because it's in there now.
You look into the apothecary. One second, David.
Oh no, that was me just smoking weed.
Okay.
It's fine.
The alchemical laboratory. You do see Zigfrek is in there. Currently making some kind of potion or poison.
I'm sorry. Why are you yelling at me? I'm being yelled at. Culprit. Clara will just step in quietly. What are you working on there?
Ah! She jumps and turns at you and just like instinctively throws whatever's in her hand at you. And you just feel like a splash of alchemical solution on you.
Oh no.
Which actually makes you feel better. You actually heal for health. I know you're still at full, but
nice.
Sorry. You surprised me.
I startle as well. It's all right. I don't have much of a presence.
Can I help you?
I had a bit of a personal question to ask you. You make a lot of healing potions, yes? Things to restore and strengthen?
Not as many as I would like, but yes. Other things too. Why?
I am a cleric. A lot of my healing is faith-based, but sometimes it is not enough. And I had an idea a while ago. I don't know if it is possible. It may have been too long, but one of my friends, one of my companions, she was injured. Do you know anything about possibility of regrowing limbs?
Regrowing limbs is not a very easy thing to do.
I know it would not be easy. And I know it would take time. Not strong enough to do it yet, but with a combination of practical and divine healing, I don't know. She is hurting and I want a way to make my friends happy. Even just a place to start.
It's possible. We make minor miracles here, I like to say, but not major ones. But maybe I could cook something up, but it would take some time.
I'm not asking you to do it all on your own. I just wanted to know if you had any information to share. Like, while we're here, I could help you in return.
Can I have you make me a secret perception check?
Rolled that dice.
Roll that dice.
Roll that dice.
Give me that roll. Let me see your roll.
I'm rolling.
Rolling. So looking around, this is a roll for two things. You're getting a sense of Siegfried seems like a very anxious individual by nature. So when I say she looks a little more anxious, it's not that she's like super duper anxious. It's just that on top of her baseline of anxiety and twitchiness, it seems a little uncomfortable with the line of questioning, though obviously you don't know why. The second part of this check is looking around at all the things on the shelves. There's all kinds of alchemical agents. Most of them seem to be lightly magical and mostly geared towards healing properties and holy properties. Holy being in the sense of would damage evil creatures and help good creatures on the alignment scale. You see a number of what are clearly healing potions. You can see holy water. There's a few other things that you don't quite recognize what they are at first glance because you haven't necessarily seen any of them before. There's a staff in one corner. But that's what you get on just like a quick glance around as you're trying to be like, hey, can we work together? Maybe we'll have
Do a sick collab, bro.
do a sick collab. And she just says, I don't know. I don't really think it's my decision to make. I would have to check with the rest of my family. We have so few advantages over the creatures of the night. I wouldn't want any of it to be for bad actors to learn what gives us our edge. Not that I don't trust you or anything. I just need to check with my family before I share any trade secrets, I should say.
No, of course. I understand.
But I'll certainly look into the whole regenerating lost limbs things in the meantime and let you know if I find anything.
It would be appreciated. This long-term project. I'm not even sure she would accept my help. There may be other ways.
Why would she not want to accept your help?
One thing I have learned about people. I see a lot of people, a lot of rough places, and when you are alone for so long, you get used to only relying on yourself. And when help is offered from outside, you are afraid of it being snatched away, of it being a trick. She has been alone for a long time. She has been tricked cruelly before. Trust is a hard thing for a lot of people. Do not want to believe that some people want to help, because helping is just the right thing to do.
Make me a secret diplomacy check.
Channeling Superman. I really like the new Superman.
It's very good.
Yes.
Not sponsored. She takes in your words, kind of like nods a few times and just says, yes, trust is something very hard to come by in Barovia. We don't even really trust all of the Kreskites. Not just, they're my family, so I trust them, but we don't. Most of our dealings with the people of Kresk and other places is we provide healing potions to some people that can afford it, and other things that perhaps they cannot get where they are. It would be nice if people could trust more easily, but like you said, a place like this, it's very easy to lose that trust because bad things happen quite a lot.
It is true. But all we can do is control our own actions. One day, one step at a time. Try to make the world a little brighter. Try to trust that given the chance, people want to be good.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave you to your work. I'm sorry to disturb.
It's okay. I'm just making some things for later tonight. Whatever we do, I want to make sure that we're prepared.
I am a bit skilled in crafting myself. If you need a hand while we are staying here, just send for me.
Sure. If I need help, I'll ask. And she turns back to the alchemical table and goes back to tinkering.
May craft healing potions, Jonathan.
Well, I'm doing it for you. Anyway.
There's
Jumping
my
back.
secret question that I asked Jonathan in private chat that he never answered because I think he
Sorry.
forgot, and then I just brought it
did.
up randomly again.
I absolutely forgot.
Weird.
I don't know what
Listen,
that
again,
plan's about.
it's
Nobody's
been a
ever gonna
month.
know.
Anyway. The rest of you. Prospo's reading a self-help book. Raena is being ignored.
Clara walks out of the alchemy lab with a lollipop in her mouth, like, "What's up, fuckers?"
I was looking for specific information in this book that I probably won't find.
What is it you're looking for? Do you just want to whisper it to me?
Not necessarily whisper.
Okay, then
Yell it.
what are you looking for?
If there's more than just how to kill vampire information in here, like, is there information about, I don't know, like, how vampires work? If, like, say...
The specific dossiers are about more than just, like, how to kill. It's not just, this is a vampire, stab it through the heart. They do, like, talk about the traits and things of the monsters that they're talking about, how they work.
Would it perhaps
So-
talk about, like, vampire spawn and how to maybe not be under the control of the person who made you?
So this one is very specifically talking about the vampires of the type that Lady Strahda can make. It does mention the difference between a true vampire and a vampire spawn. Vampire spawn is generally considered to be under the thrall of the vampire that created them. It's not necessarily a constant effect. They can't control them from across the world or from a different plane, for example. But if they are within, auditory or visual abilities for the sire to give them directions, it's generally automatically, like, no kind of save against it. There's no way to fight against a true vampire that is your sire. That said, the way that it says that a vampire spawn can become a true vampire, at least in this book, is to retake the blood of the sire, to take more than what was given. There is also the ability to become free by also killing the sire vampire.
Ashai is digging her fingernails into the skin of her leg. Drawing blood. She's angry.
Raina's doing her best to. She doesn't read, so she doesn't have anything to do in this room. So she's just kind of doing her best to like mind her own business, but cannot help but watch Ashai as she's reading this book and watching her getting visibly angry. She's not going to say anything, but she keeps glancing back at Ashai.
Aster does not pay attention. Wants to find a book not about revenants, but is curious to find a book about the dragon of Argynvostholt, if there's one.
Again, taking like a quick look, none of these seem to be about specific instances of monsters. There's not a book about Countess Strahda. And likewise, there's not a book about the dragon of Argynvostholt. There is a book about dragons, but not about that specific one. Okay.
Fine. I'll look for silver dragons.
Yeah, you can easily find a book about dragons. It's a little varied, and it's perhaps not as helpful as you would think. Barovia is kind of at a crossroads, as you all are no doubt aware, all being from very disparate places. And while some creatures have very significant commonalities between worlds, dragons aren't necessarily one of those. So it talks about different dragons and the way that they function. It talks about the very obvious things about them, like the lifespans hatching from an egg, extended lifespan, strong armor, propensity towards magics and their breath weapons and things like that. But beyond that, there's like a footnote that just says, like, depending on where you are from, there might be different creation myths and belief systems with the dragons and how they interact with the world around them.
Nothing about silver dragons?
I mean, it does mention silver dragons, that they are a metallic dragon. They have a propensity towards cold. Their breath weapons are cold, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what world, they tend to be on the more noble side. Chivalrous is one of the adjectives used to describe them in the book. And they tend to dwell in snowy mountain peaks or in deep, misty valleys.
Interesting. Okay. I see. Who would I have told? I told everybody about this. Who else is reading books right now?
I think everyone except Ireena and Cloven, who is just kind of watching you all.
Chance is not, because she hasn't found anything. But she's very interested in the other doors.
I'll go to Raena because she can't read, but also she had the book for the longest.
Raina can read, she just doesn't like to.
She's a
I'll go.
jock, bruh.
She's a himbim. I'll go up to Raena and be like, "Hey, do you remember when the? Sorry, I got distracted, but whatever. I just looked at. Do you remember when we were reading that one book? You know, the one we found. You know."
I know, yes.
Do you remember like the first story? How it mentioned the dragon in Argenvosolt. I said that right the first time, probably.
Argenvosolt.
Yeah, I said that the first time. I totally didn't mess up.
No, that was Cloven.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I go, yeah, that one. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Okay, I just, it's been a while.
Wow.
Thank you.
Sponsored.
So I like kind of whisper a little closer because it's literally like, here's your body. I'm like this. I'm like, hey, so
At my thigh?
yeah, like, hey, so
At my knee? You're like at
Yeah.
my knee.
knock. So it mentions a silver dragon, and I was just trying to look through to see if I got any information, but I couldn't find anything specific. But it said that silver dragons, depending on where they came from, are like noble and chivalrous. I said that right the first time. It kind of makes me think that the intentions of claiming Argenvosolt wasn't entirely pure.
Interesting.
And I don't know why.
What
They
are you
were
reading?
A book about dragons. I was also reading a book about what Prospero might be.
Do tell.
Well, now I really want to know about his lingering desires and wills that bind him to this plane, which is a very heavy and existential question that I think binds us all in some way, shape, or form. But even more so, this individual, he says in like a weird monotone, like.
Can Prospero make like a perception check to see if he heard
That's actually what I was
Aster
gonna-
whispering?
That's actually what I was gonna say. Was like, I'm in the room, right?
I'll say,
Right. Aster, as we know, is not the slickest.
Aster,
doesn't
make
scream
me,
whisper.
Aster, can you make me a stealth check against
No, I
Prospero's perception?
It was like a
DC?
stage whisper that was way too loud.
Yeah,
It's not.
out front.
Fuck you guys. Wait, you said up front?
Out front, yeah, because it's against Prospero.
Ah, fuck you.
Prospero definitely hears you.
Yep. Before you even get the words out of like, I want to know like what his lingering curse is and what's keeping him tethered here, and I'm like, you look up and you see like the blinking dashed lines as to where Prospero was a second ago with the book placed, with the book just gone, and you're just like, huh? And you just hear,
Like right here.
what the fuck do you want to know about me, boy?
I'm like clinging to Raina's leg, like.
Do you know my deepest, darkest desires are actually to feed on your brain?
Happy Halloween, everybody!
Like some of Aster's like trinkets fall out of his pockets and just clatter across the floor. He's like,
Oh, that could be
Raina's gonna
bad.
chuckle.
Terrible.
Yeah, a bomb falls and just explodes everywhere.
No,
Kills us
you
all.
have the symbol.
No. Like mundane trinkets. I'm not dropping like precious information.
Little
Apparently-
buttons and baubles and such.
Yeah.
Aster was reading a book about you, Prospero, what you
Well,
are.
well, no, it
I-
wasn't. Listen, it wasn't about
I-
Prospero. There's no book about Prospero in there. I'm sorry.
I heard details.
You
Pardon me, I
heard?
have something caught in my throat. I heard the details.
Is it up, dog?
No. Anyway.
Wait, you have to say the other word.
No, the fuck I don't.
What's up, dog?
Sorry.
See, that's what happens when you get to an intelligence score of 10. Anyway,
I don't remember what mine is.
What's mine? Actually, shit, that's a good question. Do I just have 10?
Mine's 12, I think.
Mine is... what the fuck? Where's my shit? Okay, there it
I
is.
have 12.
I was like, man, none of us are really that intelligent.
No.
I think I actually just have an
No, I have a 14.
intelligence score. I have a +0, so yeah.
I have a
Same.
+1, so.
I have a +2, so it's a 14.
We're smarter than you, Prospero.
Yeah!
Yeah, Prospero.
You see, it's actually
Okay.
about wisdom. I believe I have a +2 in that, so get fucked. I have a +1.
Like this
Um,
conversation is just happening in front of Cloven, and he's just like,
Anyway,
He's
Raina has a
rethinking
+0
his
zero
decision.
in wisdom, so.
He's rethinking his decision to work with you guys.
Aster's like, if I made character sheets for all of you, quantifying all of our personal values, this is what they would be numbered as.
Get the fuck out of here, you nerd!
Ah! I dropped my dice! Click, 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 click.
Anyway, responding to what Raina said, reeling it back in. I heard what you both were talking about. I only heard rumors really about what I might have been back in Cordova as well as here. I don't really know what exactly is keeping me here. Kind of been what I've been trying to figure out.
Well, what feeling do you hold in your heart most consistently? Anger, sadness? Do you drown it all out with alcohol? I know a few people like that. What's in there? Or is it the eyeball thing?
are we really gonna have this conversation in front of Cloven?
Guilt.
Aster turns and goes, "Oh, yeah, there's other people here."
Why don't you? I think I left my chalice in my bed, in
In your bed?
my bunk. Can you go grab it?
Okay, la 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 la.
Thanks.
Chance's gonna turn to Cloven and be like, I know that y'all are kind of secretive or whatever here, but if we're gonna work together, could you show us what y'all been working on in these other rooms?
No.
Can you at least tell us without showing us?
No. Not yet, at least.
At this point, I think Clara will have been finishing up her conversation.
Before we move on, Raina's going to check in with Prospero, remembering the absolutely terrifying fucking story that she was told only a couple days ago, and just be like, sorry if that upset you.
It's all right.
Okay.
That book that I was reading was really fucking good. You have to take a look at it at some point. I never thought I'd relate to some fucker who's rich. I was rich too, but I wasn't born into it. It's fucking weird. But he's talking about the fact that he made a deal with the demon, etc., etc. But like, he found himself and his he actually wrote it himself, his very attractive and flexible half-elf wife.
Ireena just looks very confused.
Regardless, you should go take a look at that. I think you'd probably get something out of it. But effectively, you've been lost for a while. I don't want to have this conversation here.
Yeah, we can talk about it later, if you so choose, if you need.
Let's walk and talk.
All right.
I need my security blanket. Clara!
What's going on?
Can you walk with us for a moment? We need to talk about something.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say we should probably make a plan for whatever we're doing, but if we're having feelings talking time, okay.
Just
Let's
brief
all
walk.
let's all say to meet back here in 20 minutes, because we do need to make a decision about what we're doing next. And what what are they called?
The
Bellevues.
Bellevues.
Thank you. The Bellevues are going to do as well.
It's really quite interesting just listening to you all talk like this.
This is none of your business.
We're not exactly being quiet.
They're having conversations in the middle of, like, his house.
I am literally right here. If you wanted privacy, you should have gone somewhere else.
Could we go check out
That's
the
where
actual,
we're
like, Abbey
going.
part of this area? Or is that, like... I mean, Clara's, very religious and everything, and maybe we can...
I think I'm being shanghaied into another conversation.
Oh, I didn't know what... Yeah.
Yeah, it's feelings talk time.
Ah.
Feelings talking
You
time.
can, I look
Glory of
over.
feelings talking time.
I look over at Chance and I go, "You could bring Ashai."
I just look at Shai and be like,
She looks very comfortable, though. You're muted.
Ashai is not looking at any of you. She's still just in the book.
Prospero's gonna Prospero, and he's just gonna go, 1 second, Chance. And he walks over to Ashai. So as your captain, I'm gonna give you one of two choices. You can go with Chance and help her out, or you can pour your heart out on your feelings and get emotional with the rest of us who are taking a walk.
I don't think
Clara
Raena
waves.
wants to speak to me right now.
Then chance it is. Go ahead, take a chance.
I will kill you in your sleep.
The first night.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Chance only.
Isn't the abbey where we were eating earlier?
we were, we were in the...
I suppose we were in part of it, but I don't
Part
believe
of
we
it.
were.
More of it.
But I don't believe you guys explored the rest of it. Just do some reconnaissance. Be back here in 20 minutes.
Again, I am right here. You could sit
It's
there
not
as-
reconnaissance. It's not actual reconnaissance. It's just like I picked a turn.
Sorry.
First thing that came to my head. Just walk around, take a look.
Old habits die hard with him.
There's a wine cellar downstairs, and we live upstairs. Unless you want to go breaking into our rooms, you won't
I
find
heard-
much.
I heard about the wine cellar.
You already
not.
have alcohol.
I was about to say,
Apparently very much.
normally I would be tempted, but the lad's actually going to get my goblet. I'm actually running a little bit low, which is why I'm actually in my feelings drunkenness. Usually I'm in a state of, feelings drunkenness is very low. Usually I'm in a state of, fuck it all, drunkenness, which is a little bit higher.
Listen, just don't get tears on the books and we'll be fine.
Aye.
Would you like to give us a tour, Cloven, or would you prefer we not poke around your house?
I simply think that if you are going poking around the main abbey, you're not going to find much other than our personal chambers. And begging your pardon, but I don't exactly feel the need to let you into my personal chambers or any of my brothers and sisters.
I did not think so.
I'm just more trying to find a place that doesn't involve all of this. What will keep me busy?
Well, if you're all done in here, I'm going to lock up. I hope it was edifying.
Where's Ireena?
Still glaring daggers at you. She hasn't left.
You're in trouble.
Like, she's literally looking at you. She's looking at the book you're reading. She seems to be taking personal offense.
It's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna, close the book, hand it back to Cloven, keeping eye contact with Ireena. Why don't we talk?
I don't know. Why don't we talk? You wanna come with talk your feelings out?
She walks out of the library and heads. Actually, to the north, there is a door that opens up into it looks like a small garden or farm. There's some vegetables growing that you can see beyond the door. There's a scarecrow in one corner. Two scarecrows, actually.
Follow, go out that way.
We'll follow them for the moment. Because it sounds fun. Actually, before we get to that conversation, this seems like a good place to take a 10-minute break.
Yes.
So the small bladders can go pee. We'll be back in 10 minutes. 10:40-ish.
10-4. D.
And 4-ish.
See.
Okay.
Go eat. I don't have those.
I'll make you cry.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Hi.
Make myself cry. I'll make everyone cry. Fuck it.
Fuck it, let's cry.
We're back to feelings time, and we're gonna start with some volatile feelings with Ashai and Ireena. You follow Ireena out into this nice garden farm. You can see like most of it is vegetables. You can see like cucumbers and what's probably like asparagus and broccoli and things like that. But there's also clearly like there's a greenhouse in one corner that you can see are probably more useful medicinal herbs that are used for alchemy and things like that. Ireena just walks out into just like dead center of this field so that like there's nobody around. It is the middle of the day. The clouds are low hanging with the promise of rain. You can maybe see far out in the distance there's what looks like maybe a sheet of rain far to the north, just before the wall of mist that enshrouds Barovia. And Ireena just stands there, arms crossed, and looks at you.
Has she told you about
That you made a
her...
promise that she would drain you if you ever got hungry? Yes.
that I would... Okay.
That you would drain her.
That is not what I was going to ask.
Then what were you going to ask?
Has she told you about her life before?
Bits and pieces. I know she had a wife before. I know that she loved it very much. We both know that she serves someone else at the moment.
Someone else is in you know who and you just don't want to say it? Or...
We have guests. And kind of looks meaningfully towards the abbey. You're far enough away that it's not likely that anyone would hear, but she seems to be being cautious.
Fine. I wanted clarification on exactly how much she does for her. And what's the message I heard her send? Speak aloud when we were in the woods was. And yes, I should not have done it the way that I did. But it made it so easy.
You see her hand go to her rapier, and then she just like clenches her fist and pulls away. I don't know how much she does for you know who. But you know who and I have also talked. We have our own agreement, just as you have with her. But if you ever touch Raena again, and she doesn't want you to, I will take this rapier and I will shove it so far into your chest that it'll come out the other side, and no amount of vampirism will be able to bring you back. We clear?
I suppose.
She just walks past you, back into the building.
Before she can get too far, I'm just gonna call back over my shoulder. You know, she did not ask me to, and I did not ask permission, but she also did not stop me. And I let her go.
Have you ever heard of the concept of forgiveness, Ashai?
In concept.
I can tell it's foreign to you. And that's why I chose Raena. Because everyone fucks up sometimes. The difference is whether you choose to forgive and change from fucking up. The only change I've seen from you is for the worse. And walks away.
That was so hot. Mm. Stick to your guns, Ireena.
What are the rest of you doing?
I gotta cool down.
Were you
Aster's
waiting for them, or
not getting the chalice?
was Raena waiting for them, or?
No, Raina's with Prospero.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of conversation we are having. Is everything okay?
They're just usually helpful when it comes to these particular conversations.
Alright, whatever you need, of course.
He called you his comfort blanket.
Security blanket.
Sorry,
do have a lot
security blanket.
I do have a lot of blankets. What is the
That-
cape? What is the cape but the blanket?
That's why. Not the blankets, but the sentiment behind the statement anyway.
Basically, Aster perhaps said something that upset Prospero. Not to be cruel or mean, just Aster being Aster and curious. That's all. So we just wanted to walk away and have a chat for a moment.
Of course.
I think I just actually want to. I don't mean any offense when I say this. I think I just want to talk to Clara.
Right. She nods and walks away.
I appreciate it. Hey, you can have the chalice for an hour.
Deal.
Thank you.
Aster's not getting the chalice, by the way. He's somewhere else.
That's
Well,
fine.
Raina's gonna like follow follow Aster assumingly to Prospero's bag. So if Aster's not there,
Aster's not there.
slay.
Chance is wandering somewhere because she's like not dealing with all this.
Oh god, the party is so severely and
We are
Um,
very split up.
treacherously split up.
I mean,
Raena-
we're in the same house though.
Raena walks upstairs, looking for Aster, and Aster isn't there. And then you hear the door open behind you, and
She's
Ireena
back.
walks in with like this very hard look on her face, and she's just like power walking directly toward Raena.
Is everything okay?
She just, without saying anything, just like slams her lips into yours, like bends you over,
Oh,
Bends you over?
Well,
like a dip.
well, I don't think she can. But
She can't. No,
You're
she
not
can't.
wearing armor. She is. She's
okay.
surprisingly like she's svelte, but she's got some. But Then like brings you back up and just says, "Good, no one else is in here," and drags you over to a bed.
Nice! Bends you over!
And then she bends you over.
Hell yeah.
Meanwhile, back with Prospero and Clara.
We go have a sit down somewhere. Is there like a bench or like a couple of barrels at the very least to like sit down? Jonathan.
Yeah, I mean, there's the yard has like plenty of stuff. Cloven isn't in there practicing anymore, so you could find like a secluded corner of the yard to sit down and have a chat.
I pick some place that's like relatively well lit.
It is still like the middle of the day, so
Right, I'm assuming it's always nighttime because it's Barovia. Sorry.
it's overcast, but you know there's still it's still light out.
Right. I don't know how to begin this conversation. I apologize if I am wasting your time with this. Book said something along the lines of, I feel lost and I need help. And it said that as soon as you're able to admit that, then you're on the right track to being bad, but not worse.
Sarah will smile somewhat knowingly. I've seen a lot of people in a lot of rough places, as you well know. And I've seen people run headlong into their own destruction. But sometimes, no matter how much you want to help, there's nothing you can do till they're ready to turn around and start yelling for help. So, if you need it, that's what I am here. It is what makes me feel better. Knowing that I can help pull people out of the darkness I was in.
I feel guilt and immense pain for so many things. Let me hear. I go into kind of telling her full story of what brought me to Barovia. Starting from the point of like getting the letter from my mother and so on and so forth. Wait a second, let me lower this down because it's distracting me. Heck. There we go. Okay. When I When I got the letter, I went. I went on a mad dash, trying to find the thing that my mother stopped me from trying to find in the first place. Treasure, known as the
Checks notes.
Huh? I can't remember what it is. DM, help me.
When
What
it's
was
been
it?
a month.
Can you help me can you remind me what it is that, like, the item that I was looking for? Something Black Heart?
The one that was taken from you by...
No. I was
Oh.
I was looking for something called the Black Heart of something. I can't remember.
It's not in your backstory?
I got it. Here
There
it
you go.
is. I was looking for it. The Obsidian Heart. That's what it was. When I went to look for the heart, I was once before that a proud captain. Someone who cared for his crew like it was a family. Was happy. Every time we came closer to death as a unit, I was smiling at death because I knew that they all trusted me and they all would all follow me into the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean. When I started to pursue the heart, I lost my way. I started heel-hauling any sort of crewman that had dissension. Anyone who's opposed me, I would take care of them myself and replace them. Eventually, I went from a captain who was loved to a captain who was feared. And I never wanted that. When all those souls aren't screaming for their lives back, they're screaming because I led them there, and because I never listened to any of them, and because I wasn't Captain Prospero. Now that it's gone to keep me in check, screaming, wailing. I have a moment of clarity, and I don't know what the fuck to do with it. There's finally a space of quiet, and I don't know what I want.
What was the heart? What made you want it so badly?
The obsidian heart was a treasure that my mother had warned me about before she had passed away. In a last letter written to me. I didn't know what to do. I was young. I was 28 or so at the time. And I went out at sea in a dinghy and brought a couple of bottles with me and mourned my mother's death. But at the same time I contemplated whether I should go after this or not, despite her wishes. I justified it to myself, and I said that I would be honoring her if I succeeded where she failed. My own avarice just getting the better of me.
I think both of us have seen many times since we got here the power of a wish and what can happen when it is corrupted. We see it in Strahda, what she wants and how it has poisoned this world. We see the beginnings of it. In Ashai, desire for the power of independence is already changing her day by day. Changed you. Like you said, you are no longer Captain Prospero. When people have a goal, there is no listening. And like I said, you weren't ready. You weren't ready to listen or accept help, and even the gods are not perfect. Even the gods are short-sighted, make mistakes, and that is not to say that you are without blame. But hold yourself to an unimaginable standard. It's to weave a noose and put it around the neck yourself. You are not Captain William Prospero anymore, and you are not the man who betrayed his crew. Like you said, you have clarity. You have time to decide. You can take the pieces of who you were before and weave them into something new. You can try to honor the legacy of the people you have lost. The fact remains, they are gone. Their time here has passed. You are still here. You need to figure out what you want. Not what you think your crew wants. Not what you think your mother would have wanted. You need to... What does William want? Does William need? Who is he? It is important. Don't have to decide right now. But I'm here for you. I know the others are too. And death is not full stop ending. Both of us know that. I don't know quite where I'm going, but it is another stage of life. We become different people as we learn and grow, and you now have the wisdom to realize that you were wrong. And if you can realize that, you can take the steps towards who you want to be.
Thank you, Clara. I have a lot to think about.
She snaps the cat into his lap. She'll just kind of one hand over his, lean against his shoulder, and just not
Be
say
a security
anything.
blanket.
Just sit quietly.
Cat security blanket.
I mean, I literally got one right here. I only have one functional arm at the moment.
Where is Annie?
Aster, you said you were going somewhere else. Where are you going?
I'm gonna snoop.
Snoop?
I don't know what Aster's deal with snooping all of a sudden is. He doesn't do it, but he's snooping more, and it's all your guys' fault.
Mm-hmm.
Chance and Aster are snooping.
Yeah, different directions, but yeah, we're snooping. I think some of the doors we passed by, I believe, we were told we couldn't go into.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go in one.
They're trapped? You saw what happened to me?
No. Yeah, but I listen, you guys are like the test dummies. Aster's like, got it.
So, okay, you never left the hallway, but is Cloven still there?
He left.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're all trapped, right?
I mean, you haven't done a significant look, but
Yeah.
you know, like a tentative, like just trying to jostle the handle. They're all at least locked.
Okay. And any runic markings on the door to indicate any magical ceilings?
You can see there is a rune above the door handles of those four.
Do I know what it means? Or can I check to see what it means?
Given what you saw happen to Chance, it probably has something to do with lightning, with electricity.
Right, but like they're all the same.
They're all the
like,
same,
They're all like,
yeah.
Okay. Fuck me. Okay. Also, Aster doesn't have thieves' tools, so we can't pick the lock. That's actually funny. Okay. He's going to realize his flaws in these moments and go find. You said we passed an alchemy room. We passed a room with a shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Is the shrine like just standard Morning Lord stuff?
Yeah, you see, like incense. There's a symbol of the Morning Lord above the window. It's facing out to the west. The window is.
Okay.
Yeah, like incense, and there's an altar. There's also a forge and an armory.
Can I go to the armory?
Yeah, there's every kind of weapon imaginable that you could imagine in here. And some of them have the look of being silvered weapons as well, though not all of them.
Oh man. Can I? Are there? Yeah, Are there anything like enchanted further, or is it just standard like silver weaponry?
In this room, does not seem to be anything. It's a very like standard armory. This is very
Got
clearly for like the guards. Nothing special.
Okay. Did we get any inclination that the Bellevues had their own personal storage room for equipment?
Given you saw them using weapons that were not like the ones you saw in here, it's entirely possible they have a secret armory.
Okay, I'm gonna snoop for anything that's like, I guess like perusing the place to see if there's anything like more personalized for the
Make a
Bellevue.
secret perception check then.
Okay. Secret. I got a secret.
You take what you think is a pretty thorough look through the armory, and you don't find any book with a trick back that opens up a secret tunnel. No false walls that have a flame tongue behind it. Just seems like a very standard armory right here. Your best guess is that if they do have their own private stash of weapons, it's probably not in this room.
Look. Okay, well, he'll just keep checking out the Abbey in spaces that people aren't in.
Okay. In that
We're
case, Chance.
Um,
Where are you wandering?
I am kind of doing the same thing, but I guess we kind of went opposite directions. So what would be the opposite direction of where he's at? Because I'm heading towards the Abbey as well.
The main Abbey building. You make your way over there. Again, the first thing that you walk into is the main hall. What looks like was once a very ornate temple shrine, now dominated by a dining hall, essentially. But for the only thing that really seems like a remnant of what this place used to be is the fireplace mantle with a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. And there is, as I mentioned, a stairwell leading down in one corner and a stairwell leading up in the other.
Can I check out the golden disc? Just, it's shiny.
It is shiny. It seems to just be like hanging above the fireplace. It's not like nailed or hammered or inset into anything. It's just kind of hanging from the wall, essentially.
So is it like a shield, or is it just like a decorative piece?
It's like a golden disc, like more like a plate than anything, really, but very clearly like an ornate treasure. It is made of pure gold. You would not be able to use it as a shield, that's for sure.
Okay. Is it like flat against the wall, or is it like propped, or?
Yeah, it's flat against the wall. It's kind of
Okay.
like hanging from a nail.
Something's off about this place. Like, it's weird. Can she look behind it?
You pull it off of the wall to look behind it.
Well, not pull it off, but like, can she like just lift it up without taking the whole thing off? I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make another reflex save, though.
Seriously, never. Okay, never mind. I retcon.
You can't retcon
No,
taking it
fine,
off.
fine. I wasn't gonna take it off the wall. I was literally just gonna lift up the bottom of it.
Touching it
Oh,
is
touching
what
it
sets
does
it
it.
off.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, another reflex save, please.
Oh, I have a hero points. Public or private?
Public.
Okay.
We'll all know whether you succeed or not.
Alright.
Okay, so that is a regular success. So you take half of 25. So you take 12 electricity
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
And the sound is very like loud. It's not quite a thunderclap, but like you can't even the shock that courses through your entire body. You like instinctively give out a shout of pain, and you hear like footsteps coming down the stairwell. I'll say make me a really quick perception check.
Can I use a hero point on that?
Yeah, you can.
Alright. Oh my god! 14.
Yeah. You are in too much pain to really take notice of anything.
I dive under the table.
Make a stealth check.
It's like, it hurts.
Secret, please.
Okay.
The chaos.
Oh, she didn't touch it! It was shiny!
Alright, that is, you dive under the table and you catch the runner, and there's a loud clatter of dishes hitting the floor. None of them fragile, so nothing breaks, but like you're definitely not hidden. You don't even like need to guess at this.
Fine. She just like crawls
You see Marzena Bellevue coming down the stairs, the one with her hair in a pixie cut and daggers at her side.
Just gonna look at her like, why is everything in your house electrified?
Why are you touching things that don't belong to you?
It was shiny. I was trying to figure out what the symbol was.
It's the symbol of the Morning Lord.
Listen, I'm not religious. I just saw a shiny disc.
Are you not from Barovia? I know some of your friends are not, but you cannot be that ignorant.
Listen, I lived a very, very isolated life.
Look me in the eyes and say that you do not know who the Morning Lord is.
Actually, I really don't think she does, because she's heard of it, but that's
You've
it.
been-
Like she
You've
She
been
knows
in
what the symbol is.
several. You've been in
Yeah.
several churches of the Morning Lord. You know who the Morning
So,
Lord
like
is, even if you don't know about
she
him.
like she knows who the Morning Lord is, like as in like by name only. That's it.
You've seen
Yeah.
multiple places.
I
like-
guess I am trying to lie my way out of this.
Okay,
so
then
what
make
am
a
I-
deception.
Okay. Like what am I? I'm not great at deception. It's not terrible.
She looks at you and just like rubs
was
her
shiny.
eyes.
Shiny. Listen, I'm sorry.
Keep-
I like shiny things.
Keep your hands to yourself.
But why are things just electrified even if you just barely touch them? Like isn't that dangerous? Like even for y'all?
They're only meant to go off when people who are not supposed to be touching them touch them.
Can you give us a heads up next time? To
No.
not touch doors?
Again, why are you touching things that do not belong to you?
It's a door!
A locked door. And a very fancy, valuable artifact that is hanging off of the wall.
I wasn't trying to take it.
No, I'm sure you weren't.
No, honestly, I will
What
look
do you
at you
want?
in your eye.
Why are you here? Shouldn't you be talking with your friends about whatever it is that we're going to do later?
Right now, there's just so much drama, and I don't want to deal with it.
Well, tough shit. Go and deal with it.
Fine.
If there's one thing I've learned from being with a family, it's that you have to deal with the shit. Otherwise, the shit will land on you later.
I don't think this shit will land on me later. It's just
Unless you plan to leave them entirely. That's the only way to avoid the shit.
It's more relationship stuff between a few of them, and
Are you a part of the group?
I am, but not.
Are they your
that way.
friends?
Yes.
And then it's your shit too. Go deal with your shit.
Fine. And she'll leave. Do I run into Aster on the way out? By the way, Chances really, really, really hurts. Almost out.
Is anyone
He
else
sure
doing
is.
anything before you all regroup?
Why do all of you guys touch things and hurt yourselves? That's like just like a common thing you guys keep doing. To the trans.
I don't know. It's just a shiny disc. I was just trying to look at it.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't touch it.
I think there's something about it. Why would they booby trap it?
I mean, clearly it didn't work because you got hurt.
Well, it worked.
Maybe we'll figure it out some other time. I want to go read more books because I didn't find anything I wanted to find.
I don't think we can get in the book thing without being electrocuted again.
I think it's still open. I think we still
No,
have
he
friends
locked
in
it
there.
behind him when you all left.
Gosh, dang it, books! I'll go ask
Sorry.
one at a time. It's okay.
If nobody else has any split the party business before
Do
joining
we
back
see
up.
Clara and Prospero sitting on the bench to out in the
Yeah,
courtyard or whatever?
about the time that they're finishing up.
Just walk over, all bloody, singed.
Not
Yes?
not a moment with you, is it? It's just constant fucking getting into fucking shit.
What did you do?
I'm not entirely sure. You know the big gold disc in the main hall?
The
It's-
symbol of the Morning Lord in the what used to be a chapel?
Yeah, it's booby trapped. For some reason.
It's a sacred artifact of a place that has almost been destroyed by strife and war. It's made of solid gold. It's valuable. They don't want people to steal it. Of course it's trapped.
Yeah, but this place is not even consecrated.
Just because
I
it's
think-
not consecrated doesn't mean it's not important.
Kind of what I pieced together.
I don't know. I was just trying to figure out why this place is weird.
I was kind of looking for like a more hidden away armory because a lot of the Bellevues had like cooler stuff on them. I wanted to see if there was like things they had hidden away, but I couldn't find any like secret passages or anything like that. Kind of sad about it.
I think they're definitely doing more than they're letting on, but
100%.
it's not a conversation we should be having out here. Why don't we rally the troops, as it were, regroup in a little section of the barracks? Did I say it like that?
The buttocks?
Alex?
Barracks.
Buttocks.
The buttocks.
She scratches her cat's butt.
Let's regroup and figure out what the hell we're going to do.
Ashai stands alone in the middle of that field for a solid 20 minutes
I was just
by
going to
herself
ask, yeah,
before she
like,
goes back
what's the shy
inside.
doing? What's the shy thinking about while she's out there by herself?
You know, I feel like she's just no thoughts head empty right now.
So smooth.
It's a big smooth brain moment.
Yeah.
No lumps or bumps.
Yeah.
Slide right off.
You all make your way back to the barracks, and well, I don't know. How long does that last, Raena?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh
I forgot you're fucking.
I'm gonna assume they're walking right in on us.
Why not? You guys walk in, and you just see one of the bunk beds rocking.
Don't come knocking. Just close the door.
I comedically, can it just be Prospero opening the door?
Yes, please do,
You
please.
can go first if you want.
Ireena does give a bit of a yelp as the door opens.
Aster yelped back.
Hide the boy's eyes. Good God, go over there.
It burns. It burns.
Sarah will put her hands over his eyes.
There's so much skin.
Oh yeah.
I gave you
Raena-
an hour. I gave you an hour with the chalice, but clearly you were thirsty for something else. So
Raina's gonna clamber up and start putting clothes on.
Clam?
So does Ireena.
She's not gonna say anything.
They
Right
eventually
then,
get reclothed.
Yes.
Right then.
Ireena is a tomato.
Well,
You
this is what
turned her into a
comes
tomato?
of doing private things in a shared space. Moving on.
To be fair, it was empty when we were a few minutes ago. So
Can we just move on? Can we just move on, please?
Yes, I would prefer not to talk about it. Let's just.
I mean, we all knew they were fucking each other anyway.
Right? Everyone does it. Everyone eventually does it in their life. Most people, anyway.
Was that supposed to be common knowledge? I wasn't even thinking about
Can
that.
we please talk about something else?
I turn to
we
Clara
did-
and I go, should I be thinking about this more? Because I don't want to.
Oh my god,
Oh.
no.
It's a preference. If such activities do not interest you, you never have to engage with them.
You know, I once said that it wasn't a ship until you slept in every single hammock with someone.
Are
That's
you telling me you
actually
did this
true.
with your whole
As
crew?
someone who
Ireena
worked on a
walks
cruise ship,
into the office room.
I'm gonna be
just
so
leaves
honest.
the room.
Raina's gonna chuckle at the conversation and follow her out to make sure she's okay.
She's just red as a tomato, and she just like turns and is like, "I'm fine. I just want wait for them to get it all out of the system, and then I'll come back in."
Just want you to know this is your idea.
And I don't regret it, but still very embarrassed.
All right. Well, I'll give you a moment. Once she's ready, come back inside, and I think we're going to talk about what to do next.
Okay.
Give her a nice job, pal. Slap on the ass.
No,
as
well,
walking
she's gonna-
out.
she's gonna- No, she's gonna give her like a soft kiss on the neck, and then walk back in.
Guys.
I assume both
staring
Clara
Ireena.
and Prospero have the biggest shit faces right now.
Yeah, they're like. She's gonna
Ireena
walk back.
eventually comes back in.
Raina's gonna walk back in the room, and she's gonna be like, "Don't say a single fucking thing. We're moving past the subject. Moving on. You're muted, Danny. You're muted."
I give her the chalice, and I'm just like, you might need this now.
She's gonna take it and take a swig.
So,
Ireena comes
Yeah.
back in, sees the chalice in Raina's hand, and makes a beeline and takes a big swig.
Chance is gonna poke Clara and be like, a little help, please.
So plans. Plans.
Beef
What are the
just
plans?
sneezed and it sounded like an unzipping of a zipper. I don't even know how that happened.
Yes, what are our plans?
So, we can either try to heal the Burgomaster's child. I don't think we should go back to Vallaki. I don't think we have many options there. We sent out the warning. The forest folk are a threat, but considering they have lost a couple of their leaders, do not think such destruction is as urgent. Then there is the assassin vines and the Martikovs. Where will we be of the most help? It's what we need to decide.
But the wolves were also on the table.
I think the Bellevues decided they were going to continue taking care of that.
Yeah.
That is fine.
I don't think they decided that.
Bellevue's taking care of what?
The wolves.
Whatever.
Well, they've been
Oh yeah,
doing
the wolves,
essentially.
the werewolves.
Okay,
That
but
was a part of the thing they asked for help with. That was like a part of the like Kresk situation.
It's been a month. I don't remember.
I know, me either.
I said earlier.
Well, what?
The
did
the
say it.
problems are Vallaki, the werewolves, and the winery.
Yeah.
And
The
as of right
Bellevues,
now,
as of right now, are willing to do something to help, but have said
okay.
previously that they can't help because they're busy fighting off monsters attacking the Abbey every day.
But I thought we had a conversation about like if they take over the town, the Abbey's not going to have any use.
Yes, but that doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean that they decided to take on the werewolf. They
Okay.
just said that,
We have the final word.
yeah,
Okay.
they said that we will help you, we'll reconvene in the evening over dinner and make our final plans.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like dealing with the winery ourselves was the issue, right? That's why we came here for help. So if we support them with the attacks, I feel like we
Then
might
they're
get.
free.
Then they're
Yeah.
free to help with the winery.
Selfishly, I do want to fix the winery.
Right, but again, we need additional support. If we just send them to do the winery, we still have to deal with something here.
I mean, Clara almost got killed in one hit during that fight.
It was a lucky shot.
I feel like we just need to work together with them so we have more forces to do the next thing. And also, we did talk about how one of the vampires was running with wolves. So we might
Vanilla.
kind of be able to deal with that because we've made no contact with the individuals that have all messed with us in our coming here. Besides the one that causes me great pain emotionally, but
Bum, bum, bum.
We've also made contact with Prosperos.
yes, we have.
What was that? I didn't quite catch that last
I
week.
forgot his name.
Rahadin,
Rahadin.
right?
Yes.
Mm.
We've made
Ah.
contact with him.
You know, okay, to briefly put an answer in your head from an earlier question, Aster. That's
Right.
not the fucker that I am like this about.
Oh, I thought you didn't like him. Because
He did kill me, but I was already like this.
Oh, no, I knew you were like that.
Aye.
Yeah, you went on a whole thing about it.
Aye.
And we all went, whoa.
I don't like that fucker. I want to kill him.
And we will.
Seems like everyone here wants to kill the person that did them wrong and led us to this fate.
I don't think I
Except one of us.
don't think I want to commit murder.
Why'd you beat me to the punch? I was gonna say it.
I don't.
I mean, your
Well,
head.
Some of us.
I don't know if I can't. Yeah, she Ludmilla is the problem, but I don't think we can't stand up to the forest folk. There's no way we could
We'll find a
go
way.
against her.
We'll find a way.
Not as we are now. If we cannot do it now, if we cannot take down the people who killed us, we take one step. Don't start running. We take task that we know we are capable of. And let the bigger ones come at a later time. What can we do right now?
I think the hard part is we've struggled with every encounter we've faced head on. So I think we need to find something we can direct our efforts in a more strategic fashion, which is why I will continue to advocate working together on one issue than splitting us continuously over and over again on these parts and coming back wounded and in pain and suffering and continuously expressing our problems over and over and over again when we can't figure out one of them. So
It seems like whenever we try to split up or something like that, that we usually end up fighting together anyway. But especially with the Martikov situation, we were together the entire time, and we almost died, but we didn't.
right. So I think we should work with the Bellevues on the one issue.
And a lot of the other times we had difficult times and we split up, we had to run away from the issue, but we definitely... It might have been sketchy, but we decisively took care of the issue with the Martikovs when we worked together.
It's true. So, following this line of thought, it may be pertinent to work with the Bellevues and try to address their werewolf problem. Free them up.
Prospero's wiggling his hands.
Free them up. Go to assist the Martikovs so that morale in Resk is better. If we figure out more information on the werewolves, perhaps they will have more information or resources. Cure the Burgomaster's daughter. 2 birds with 1 stone. That's just a wish. But I am throwing in my lot with taking on the werewolf problem, digging around here for a bit, and learning what they are hiding from us.
Fine.
I suppose I'm just worried about what will happen to the other places if we delay too long.
Well, Vallaki won't accept our help. We've been kicked out. So they are the least priority
Winery.
considering we cannot accept them.
We
Again,
sent word to Vallaki at least. They're aware, hopefully.
all we can do is keep communication.
We've sent word, we've sent a missive. Those who will listen can do what they must, and if we are able to help here with the werewolf problem, perhaps there can be something worked out so that the winery is assisted in tandem.
I mean, the werewolves attacked our cart right outside of the winery, so that's technically an issue that's all over, not just here. I don't know if they have as many issues as Kresk does, but...
So we tell them that we are addressing the wolf problem first, and we'll go from there.
Hopefully, double the effort will result in quicker results. Hopefully.
So
It is
then,
not perfect. It is a manageable goal, and I am in favor, yes.
right, then we have a plan. Alright.
Hey,
And apparently we have a dinner date tonight with the Bellevues.
Think you will have a date with a bed. You need to
No,
sit
I
down
don't-
and...
I don't want to
No.
do it. Not like that.
No. I was talking to Chance. You need to go sit down and take a little nap and stop touching things that do not belong to you.
It's like noon.
It's because you're hurt.
how hurt are you exactly?
Bad. Like 15.
All
If I
right,
had not made that save, I would have been down.
it's probably like what 11:30 in the morning.
Oh, it's gotta be later
At
than
this
that.
point, it's probably like 2, 3 o'clock. With all the researching and the conversations.
Let's say it's 2. So you take a nap. You have an idea.
Chance heal 12.
Oh wait, no. Save that. Save it.
It was a medicine. It was a successful medicine check.
Okay, fair enough.
I am out of spells, baby. I am out of spells. We've fought enough today.
Do we fight today?
Not more.
Wait. Oh yeah, we
That
had the
was
whole
the
thing
same
with
day.
trying not to die.
Yeah.
How is that the same day?
It's been a
Oh my
month.
god. Okay, we can all sleep.
God, this day has felt like an entire month. It's crazy.
Weird.
We could sleep till dinner, and how late is dinner? Because we could almost get 8 hours in.
You can't get more
No,
than
we
one
can't.
long rest in a day.
Yeah. We'll just.
That's why we pull an all-nighter.
No.
Oh.
They need exhaustion.
What I was going to
So
initially
exhausting.
suggest was us. We have a training ground here, and we're not using it. We're kind of shit at fighting as fighting as a unit.
Speak for
I
yourself.
say, as a unit. Because you look like a unit doesn't mean you're cohesive like one.
That was a good quote.
Got
Put that in the
him.
quotes right now.
Raina is a unit, that's for sure.
What is it like being a unit?
It's not the same as being a eunuch. That's all you need to
Oh.
know.
I don't want to be a eunuch.
Anyway, I think rest up, the dinner, so on and so forth. Maybe in the morning, get up, run some drills with the
Belleviews.
Belleviews.
Why you guys
How are we
having
so
such
bad at remembering the
trouble with
name?
his name?
You were
It's
about to say
literally
Martikov,
It's been a
weren't
month,
you?
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Hey, yeah.
Okay,
Darn
but it's
it,
also
man.
been almost 3 hours now of constantly hearing the name Bellevue.
We're
so
stupid!
And also, Jonathan has consistently been like, it's Belleviews.
it's Bellevue.
We are stupid.
So smooth. It's whatever.
Smoothest little brains.
Alright,
Slide
so
right
training
off.
montage in the morning is what I'm hearing.
Spending montage in the morning.
Well,
Sounds good to
training
me.
montage now, right?
Wear
No.
wear your sleeveless shirts.
I'm always sleeveless, baby.
It is snowing, so
No. This is the one day in Vallaki that it's not gonna snow, but
Crest.
for some reason
Right. We're in Kresk. We live in Kresk.
Got a
Abby is in
smooth
There are
brain. All the ideas just slide right
no lumps or
off.
bumps.
end the game.
I hope anyone who's watching is enjoying us losing our collective minds.
I'm enjoying it.
I'd say that we have a brain cell that we share, but I don't think anybody has.
My orange cat's borrowing it right now.
Oh, okay.
Got a little dizzy from laughing that hard.
Raise your hand if you have the brain cell right now. None of us.
Listen, mine's working.
Yeah, mine's working pretty good.
Left mine in my bedroom with Malia.
I mean, Chance is technically an orange cat, so she definitely does not have it right now.
If everybody's just
Get her choices this session. She
My
definitely
God.
doesn't.
if everybody's just gonna like chill till dinner, I would like to know where everybody is. Everybody like in chilling in bed? Where is everyone?
You would like to know that, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
Chance
I
will-
would!
Chance will go.
Wouldn't you like to know, Wither Boy?
Where's Raina?
Oh, brother.
Probably in bed with
She's-
Ireena.
No, I don't. Well, no, because Chance is sleeping.
No, Chance is still awake right now.
Well, okay. but
Even
Chance is
better.
In the room. In the room is what I'm saying.
I didn't
Um,
mean in bed like they're fucking again. I mean
Oh.
like they're sitting together.
Again?
Yeah, she's probably taking a break because of
Pick your feet
reasons.
up, relax.
Are you in the room?
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Hold on.
Damn it.
Damn it. My cat wants in. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Hold for cat.
More important.
Hold for cat.
Hold for cat.
Hold for-
Ma'am.
Okay. Hold for cat.
Hold the cat.
Hold the
She
cat.
is inside.
Hold the door.
Hold the
Well,
door.
I assume
Not sponsored.
Ireena is also still.
She sure is.
He just went back to sleep.
I know, it's so cute.
Why are you wet?
I think Ireena and Raena are sharing the chalice. Unless
Oh, yeah,
Prospero
they are
took it back.
drinking.
Yeah.
It was for an hour, so
Yeah, I'm sure they're still sipping on it for like another couple of minutes anyways.
They're not
No
getting
means.
white girl wasted, but they, you know.
Chance will crawl into bed.
That
Just
ruins
kinda
like every single one of
rest.
my plans, so...
Okay, alright then. You know what? Raina's gonna
Go-
leave.
Go to a different room. I don't know.
Raina's gonna get up and leave and go look for a girl lunch. Is that what you want?
Girl dinner, girl dinner.
Well, it's still a problem if Ireena is still in there.
he's gonna look for a random empty turret in the abbey and just be like, "Okay, we're gonna finish here."
Okay, let me put it this way. Is it something that needs to happen in this room?
Yes, I want to go through Raina's things.
Okay.
Then you know what?
Bitch.
Raina is gonna look at Ireena and be like, "We should go find some cheese with this wine." Is that what you want, Cork?
Sure.
Aster goes, cheese?
Would you like to come along, Aster?
Goddamn rats.
You would like rats. Cheese, you
just
rat
a rat.
fucker.
We're gonna go find something to eat. Would you like to come, Aster?
We are the rats.
Yeah.
Just need an aperitif before dinner.
Does anybody else want to come?
Chance is asleep.
You know, there was a really nice view from. It looked like a really nice view when we saw them drop from hundreds of feet in the air and you caught them. So maybe we should go check out that lovely view.
It's a
See all
great
of
idea.
Kresk and drink this wine.
Great. Let's go.
You need
I
it,
will
Danny.
say,
I'm gonna drink it.
we'll say that as soon as they try to leave the room with the chalice, I'll be like, the chalice doesn't leave the room.
Raina's gonna be like, shit. Like, she almost got away with it, and then walk back and hand the chalice. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've had plenty.
And then she'll walk out with Ireena. And Aster, question mark, or just Ireena?
Well, it doesn't sound like they're going to get cheese anymore.
Oh, they're gonna go have sex? Okay, great. Never mind.
I wanted cheese.
Hey, you know what?
They're going to go to
Raina-
Lookout Landing.
And Ireena have not had sex one time without being interrupted. So can they just fucking have this?
No.
That's all.
So you're gonna go up on the wall where they patrol.
Yup. Or we'll find a closet. All right.
Don't touch things.
They
they're
leave
not
That's the
electrocuted.
rune one.
So unless I guess it would put that spark in it for you.
So, Ashai.
I'm gonna just casually scoot over to Raina's bag and look for her.
How stealthy are you being?
Is everybody else still in this room?
I'm watching you, bitch, like a
Yes.
hawk. Like
Chance
a
doesn't
motherfucking
care.
hawk.
So go ahead and make a stealth check against their perception DCs.
Not gonna go well.
I think Clara has started knitting again.
Stealth. Why
How,
can I never?
how are you playing this character and you don't have... How are you playing a rogue and you don't have decent stealth? What's wrong with
I have
you?
good
It's
stealth. I
Courtney,
said I
right?
can't find it on my sheet.
How is Ashley
right.
Johnson playing a druid with no nature skill? Fuck off.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that.
There we go.
Okay, whatever.
I'm pretty sure that beats everyone.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has a perception above 21. So
This
yeah.
room can't be that big. Come on, we could see her.
Knitting.
She manages to find a moment where you're all distracted, where Clara's knitting, where Prospero is taking a big sip, and Chance doesn't care, and she's really just waiting for a moment for Aster to hyper fixate on something.
I do
And-
take out Strahda's journal, so.
Yeah, as soon as you pull that out, she just grabs, I assume, Raina's journal.
And then I scoot the fuck out of the room to go sit somewhere else alone and read it.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how long it takes me to figure out that you're not there. fuck do I? How long?
I mean, unless you can beat a 29.
Well, no. Like the delay to realize that you're gone.
What's your passive perception?
18.
I'll give you a minute per point above, so
So she's like
11
at least
minutes.
11 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
which is probably plenty of time to read it. So you do that. Raena and Ireena are doing that. Aster's doing that. And you are spending time with Strahda's journal before you realize that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make me. What did we say it was? A society check.
Hate it.
Nobody?
I can. Hold on.
Let me see. Where are you at? There you at. What is this? You have. I'm going to say you just barely managed to. This particular entry is not terribly long. None of them have been too long so far. So you actually do get most of it decrypted by the time you realize that Ashai is gone.
Okay.
And I assume she is reading at the moment. Like, in real life.
Waiting for Jess to send it.
Yeah, come on, Jess.
Said she was updating something.
Did you? You did it.
What do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna have to read it now.
This is the best part for everybody watching.
Hush.
Where all of the PCs are just doing things.
Being nerds.
Being nerds and getting lore.
I read it out loud.
Chance is sleeping. Clara's knitting.
So for anybody who's watching and wants something interesting, Clara has got a few conspiracy boards going, actually. So I only have 2 at the moment. I've got one that is just general, for all them information to try to figure out what the fuck is going on. That fucking mean ghost said that I need to look for the real sickness, see what's really going on at the root of it. And me, being a Sailor Moon girly, is like, the power of love will be shoehorned into anything because I said so. So we all know. I'm just gonna keep going until you tell me to stop. We all know Strahda wants family. She wants Ireena. She wants that family love.
Alright.
People are unable. What?
Clara. I'm trying to take a nap.
I'm not saying this in character. I'm saying who are. This is the fucking.
I think I broke
this is
David.
This is the D&D Beyonder.
Are you guys not watching David's reactions right now?
No.
It's fucking hilarious.
I'm filling
Guys,
the space.
The threads in my head are like ping-ponging around aggressively.
Still looks like
Is
she's
this-
reading, so.
Is this Aster just like jumping up, screaming Eureka?
He's jumping up and he's not making any sounds, and he's just doing this, like, and then he's like, he just like throws the book down and is like, and then this is where he picks up and because he's looking at everybody's faces to look at his face to realize that, like, you see see this panic in my eyeballs, and he realizes that Ashai's not there, and he goes,
What are you doing?
"Where's Ashai?"
I don't know.
I run out of the room.
Wait!
Where are you at, bitch?
Wait!
Have you
Cork
finished yet,
piss.
Cork?
Where are you at?
I follow Aster out the door.
You're muted.
You're
She's
muted.
muted.
There's 7 pages, and I read slow.
Yeah, you only had 11 minutes, so that's about the same time. So you're done. Cut off.
Incorrect.
It has not been 11 minutes in real time.
No, it hasn't, but, I'm being an asshole.
I know.
So if you don't want to continue to be an asshole, I can continue sharing.
No.
No more conspiracies.
You all watch Aster just fucking bolt out of the room, screaming like, "Where's Ashai?" What do you guys do?
I am following.
Whoa. I follow.
Chance is asleep.
That's the party.
Where is Ashai? Where did she go?
How much
Alright,
noise were they
somewhere
making?
hidden-ish. Where she could
Make
just
a
read
noise
alone
or
and not
they-
be seen.
Make another stealth check,
Me?
or rather, everybody else make a perception against Ashai's passive stealth.
stealth.
Yeah.
How much noise were they making as they were leaving the room?
I think Aster was pretty freaking loud.
All right, because I get I've got the cat's
You do
cloak
have
of
the
feline
cloak.
rest, so it gives me. Let's see.
Oh, I'm pretty sure those both beat your passive stealth, yeah?
They do.
What are
do.
they? I'm not even looking.
27 wake me up.
Yeah, I think, 22
Yeah.
is probably my...
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'll roll out of bed and follow, I guess, at this point.
Ashai is very stealthy. She found a very good hiding spot, but you guys are... You know her tricks. I'm gonna say she's probably, like, just outside the building, hiding, like, behind the greenhouse. Just reading, and you run up and you see her with a journal in her hands, and she's nearing the end of it.
I knew you were doing that. Stop! I jump at her.
It's like putting my hand up to his head.
You're not supposed to be reading that. It's an invasion of privacy.
Aster, go away.
No, I have the whole party here.
Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm just gonna
Hey,
grab Aster.
I don't know what's going on, honestly.
That's Raina's journal.
Oh. Yeah, that's not cool. You're gonna need to give that back.
You have to pry it from her because she likes being like this.
I'm just. Can I pick up? Or are you up the tree? Did you go up the tree, Aster?
5 minutes.
I'm at her.
She's behind the greenhouse.
Oh, I thought she said she was up a tree or something. Sorry.
No.
5 minutes.
I'm-
Are you done yet, Cork?
Yes!
Okay.
Right, hand us the journal. Come on.
I'm finished with it. Here you go.
Okay. There you go, Aster.
See, that was so easy.
I hold on to it and I go, what did you find out? Actually, I don't want to know. What did you find out? What is it? We shouldn't even have this out.
I think we all want to know, but
How about we go back to the room then, and not out here in the open?
That's fair. Let's go back
Also,
to
wait, hold on. We're all behind we're all behind a greenhouse right now. There's not really a lot of people around.
Aster.
No,
literally-
no.
We don't know where the other two are right now. We at least know that they're not in the bedrooms.
This is important. This is about them. Shh.
Oh my god. Out with it then. Did you find out?
Ireena might actually be there's something up with her. Because I just read a thingy in the journal that's like Ireena, but it's not Ireena, which is like her mom, but also it can't be her mom because it's way too long. There's so much time. But the lady that they talked about, she calls her sister, but then she called Ireena her sister, which is like, is this like a relative thing, or is this like a time hopping thing? Is this like a reincarnation thing? Like what? Like
Incarnation.
like a. It doesn't. I'm sound crazy right now, but like that lady sounds like this lady. And our lady is fucking that lady. I'm sorry I said the word fucking. I'm really confused right now. And also, you took the journal and you're not supposed to take the journal. What's happening right now?
So are you saying maybe that instead of Ireena being this lady, maybe Ireena or she's being projected onto? Like maybe like I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm absolutely jumping really weird loops here. Maybe Strahda is, maybe you know who sees something in her that's related to this person. And there's like a weird, like, I'm so old I'm having delusions kind of thing. There's so much to talk about. It was such a small passage, but now my brain's going ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. I don't even know what that noise means, but
Alien stuff.
aliens.
What
I
did
need the tinfoil hat.
older Ireena? What did it say about her? Did Strahda? Are they close?
Well, in the passage, it said she called this woman her sister. She said she was more beautiful than the sun. She had the same red hair as her. She said she was witty and charming and attractive, and they felt at ease with each other, and they felt a kinship closer, even outmatching her brothers, her brother.
And that version of Ireena passed away. I
I mean,
assume.
I have no context. This was simply an introduction.
So wait, whose book is this exactly?
This is Strahd. This is we know whose.
I see. So
When did Strahda turn into Voldemort?
When we were told we can't utter her name here.
Well, no, we said we can't say
Was
the entire name in Vallakovich, but that just
Yeah.
carried with.
right,
What's Ashai doing? You've been very quiet.
He looked zoned out. Because she's thinking about the last couple entries in the journal. Over and over again.
all right. So what did you say it was? You said it was possibly like reincarnation or a ghost or like.
Maybe
Just say
just-
something about. Just say something about aliens. I never. What the fuck is an alien?
I don't know what an alien.
no,
No. See,
what
what
it-
I said was crazy. Maybe what Chance said makes more sense. Maybe
She's projecting.
in her delusions, she's thinking this person Ireena is like the girl that I just read in the story, and so she's like putting all this like emotion and feeling and obsessing over her.
I mean, and if she's been alive this long, no telling how her concept of time is, right?
Love can become warped over the years.
Would it be a combination of the lot of those things?
I don't know enough about.
Isn't Ireena
Can I?
technically an orphan that was like taken in?
Hey.
So
No,
Her
that's
brother
it.
her brother wasn't even her brother.
No,
we don't
you're
even
right.
know if her name is actually Ireena.
Correct.
Can Clara do a
There's too many
religion
missing
check?
pieces.
See what she knows about reincarnation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you prefer it to be blind?
Yes.
Searching for information generally.
You know there is... Actually, I need to check real quick. I think this is in Pathfinder. I think it's a ritual instead of a regular spell.
Regular spell. Bow,
Regular.
bow.
I just need to... Yeah, there is a ritual that you know of called Reincarnate that can take a soul and incarnate it into a new body. It is like an active thing, though, that particular ritual that you know of. There are popular theories about the nature of the world. Your training as a cleric of Pharasma, you know, at least in your world, how the afterlife works with souls being judged and being sent on to their just reward. How that interacts with a place like Barovia, you have no idea. But reincarnation is a thing that is possible. It does exist within the multiverse in many forms.
I don't know how it would work here, but it is very easily possible that Ireena could be a reincarnation of someone long lost. I'm not sure. It is a ritual. It does not happen by accident. If she is truly someone else reborn, then there had to have been sure intent, sure desire, and power directed towards bringing her back into the world.
Didn't she say she wanted to have her family back? Wasn't that what she told Ireena? Something about like wanting to have her family back? Ashai, you talk to her way too much.
Who?
You know who.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
I think at this point you all are recognizing that Ashai looks a little out of it.
What happened? What did you read in here?
I need to talk to...
What happened?
Nothing that concerns you.
I mean, I think at this point we've all agreed that all of our stuff is all of our stuff. Whether we
We're a
like it
team.
or not.
We're in this together.
Especially because you challenged that really early. So...
Dope. Does this have something to do with your little house meeting, or relative to it?
Yes.
Alright. Leave it alone until it becomes something that we can't handle.
What?
Ashai just kind of starts to wander off back to the...
No, wait, I was still talking to you. Come back.
Walking away.
I grab the rat by the scruff.
My scruff.
Not my scruff.
Not my
Can I-
scruff.
Can Chance try to take the journal?
No. I'll
Try.
smack the shit out of you. Don't
You're
take
being
it.
scruffed.
I'm in my hands.
You can make a thievery check against his passive
We're in broad
perception.
daylight. I'm literally looking at the lot of you. Keep your filthy little mitts off of me.
Um.
Okay, go fuck yourself, actually.
Yoink.
It's in my hands, though. I'm literally holding
Yeah,
it.
If you are holding it, let me double check. 'Cause there are
I
specific.
can't not perceive the whole.
But he
Um,
also
Yeah,
just
man.
got scruffed at the same time.
if
Is
he's
true?
holding it, he would probably recognize it being like taken. But let me double check.
I mean,
Like,
she's
oh,
not like
oh, I
she's
dropped
not like
it.
trying to pickpocket. She's literally just gonna walk by and take it.
Athletics check.
make me.
Yeah,
freeze.
make an attack roll.
What's
I dare
your
you.
passive perception again?
18.
I'm gonna say it automatically fails. It specifically says it automatically fails if the creature who has the object is in combat or on guard. And I'm pretty sure he's would be considered on guard.
I'm
right
literally,
now.
all of you guys have
Yeah.
got me so wired up right now. I'm literally.
Yeah. So it's you're stealthy enough that you like try and grab it, but you realize that it's not going to work because he's just really he has like a death grip on it. It's not gonna happen now. But you're stealthy enough that it's not like really obvious that you tried to steal it.
I mean, she was literally just gonna take it back to the room since Ashai is walking that way.
Sure, but Ashai's not going back to the room. Ashai is wandering.
Oh, I
but,
thought she was wandering back towards the bed or the.
but
thing.
no, despite your best efforts, Aster just has too tight a hold on it. He's not going to be letting it go at the moment without it being obvious. It would you have to try and like wrench it from him rather than
Nah,
just steal it.
that's fine.
Methinks that something feelings-wise between the three of them is about to get hashed out, and we should just be here for the fallout, honestly. Until weapons are drawn, I feel that we have no place involved in that.
Whoa,
Can we find a
That is
different
like
place to sleep then?
That is the opposite of what
I think
I've
that
been
is
talking
actually a great idea.
Just devolves into a threesome somehow.
Thruple!
Yeah, for real.
Thruple!
While,
Raina's monogamous.
while the rest of them are arguing, Ashai, are you searching for Ireena and Raena?
I swear to God.
You can't fucking peace.
You find them on the ramparts of the Abbey. No clothes have been removed quite yet, but it's starting to head in that direction. Although I don't think Ashai gives a shit.
She doesn't.
I don't think she's even in a state of mind to notice.
She just walks
just-
up,
Yeah.
turn around like a jump scare, just standing there.
What is it now, Ashai? Can you please just... I really don't want to see you right now. For multiple reasons.
I can't keep a straight face.
Okay. Stop laughing. Raina's gonna turn around and go, "Can I not fuck in peace, Ashai?"
I suppose it could wait. I can wait over there till you're done.
I'm gonna go sit around the corner while you guys finish.
Right? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know about Raina, but I don't generally like to perform for an audience.
I just
I
said.
think the mood is quite ruined. Ah!
Oh my god, say what you're gonna say, Cork!
Come on, you
This
can
is-
do it!
At this point,
Fucking coward.
at this point, it's just a running joke. They're never going to get to finish.
Yes,
until
we
the end of
will!
the
Come
campaign.
on! This sucks!
The rest of us are hunting for a new place to sleep.
I wanted to discuss something with you. She looks concerned.
Raina's gonna like remove herself from Ireena.
Untwisting all of their limbs.
Yeah, like, pulling pants back up. And then just look at Ireena, like, for approval.
Sure. And she just looks at Ashai and just makes like a motion that's like a rapier penetrating your chest.
Raina's just gonna start walking and assume that Ashai will follow her.
Yeah.
Then eventually when they're alone, she'll turn around and just cross her arms. And just stand there and wait.
You call me foolish for what I have done, and maybe I am, but so are you. It is very clear to me that she is using you. That she's calling you her family to get what she wants out of you, and
Excuse me. Ashai, you're making these accusations, and we have only just met. You have no idea the relationship that I have with her. You cannot sit there and assume.
He's using you.
You fucking bitch. How dare you speak to me like that? How the fuck do you know that she calls me her family? Do you just listen in? Did Ireena speak to you?
She calls a lot of people her family. And if you were our family, why would she kill you? I don't buy that it would be because she just wants you to keep an eye on us.
That's what I have always done for her. I have been her eyes.
Killing you
for
feels like
years.
a long way to go.
What is wrong with you? Are you so miserable that you want to make everyone else's lives miserable?
Maybe. But I also think that I'm right.
You know nothing. You know nothing. Are we done here? You gonna accuse me of something else?
I'm not accusing you.
You gonna bite me again? I bet it tasted good, huh? Go ahead, Ashai.
You wanted it.
She's gonna put her middle finger up and then walk away.
And with that dramatic exit, that's where we're going to end for this evening.
Ooh, baby.
The girlies are fighting.
Again.
The girls are fighting.
I am
Thank
losing
you
my mind
for
right now.
joining us for another
That was
lovely
hot.
week of Curse of Strahda, Terra. Once again, I am J. Lawrence Kenny. You can find my information, Fates Foretold information, and all of these lovely people's information down there somewhere. we will see you again next week for more girlies fighting, I'm sure. And even more terrible decisions. But until then, I shall bid you adieu, and have a good night.
Bye, guys!